Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Green Room Podcast. I'm Matthew Brune, and joining me once again is Colin Mitchell. In the flesh, right here. Colin.
I'm not your dog.
Colin.
We won!
North Texas did it. North Texas won the NIT. My voice is a little hoarse.
Mm-hmm. My arm's a little sore.
Colin's out here going crazy. Fist bumping. Shout out to Tony and the UNT Alumni Association for hosting an awesome get together. There were a bunch of them across the North Texas region. We went to one in McKinney.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all for setting up that great event. We did not win a raffle, unfortunately, but
kind of salty about that. But we won an NIT championship.
We won an NIT championship. North Texas defeats UAB. I don't even have the final score in front of me.
68-61? Question mark. Huge guess
on the podcast, Colin. 68-61. Colin is right as always. An incredible win to cap off an incredible season. We're gonna sit here and rave about this team and this program and this coaching staff for the next 30 minutes. We do have a special guest joining us very soon. At least one. If the others replied by text, then we'll have more. But at least one. At this moment. Oh, well, we got two on the way now. We got two now.
So just tell him, ask him when.
11:50? 11:45?
Yeah, that's fine. We better get guest number one on the phone.
Yeah, I know. We need to get guest number one on the phone. Whenever you can. We'll see what he says that. All right. We'll recap the game. We'll give our thoughts on the game.
Yeah, we'll do all that after.
You know what we do when we win championships here? We just start calling people.
Yeah.
And first is, do I need to FaceTime audio properly?
Yeah.
Let's do it. First is none other than Reem Dowling.
What a man.
Former North Texas coach. Obviously was at Kansas State this past year. He said, I'm on Vegas time. All right, sorry, big time now. All right, let's call up Reem. Get Reem on the phone.
Need lots of editing this podcast.
I know.
Make sure
it'll be.
Yo, what's up, Reem?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Just watched my brothers win a championship, big time fashion on a big time stage.
Woo! We are live on the podcast, man. We just sat down, started recording. We said we got to start calling people. We got you, we got Wren. I said we gotta get Coach B and Ross on the phone. We got to get the whole squad here. So, well, first, what'd you think? What'd you think of the win?
It's an indication of who Coach Mac, Ross, Matty B, Dre, Louie, Jared, Mikey, is this an indication of what those guys are about, man? Believe, serve, and compete, and they did it all the way to the end, and I'm not surprised at all.
Man, they didn't have Abu, obviously. Hope everything's good with him. I mean, didn't have Abu. Tyree's hand was messing with him the whole game, but Aaron Scott. Let's talk about Aaron Scott for a second.
Man,
that dude he's an animal.
I don't know that I can talk about names just because of rules, but all I know is those players, they play like their coaching staff.
Yeah.
They play like their coaching staff. They think, they execute like their coaching staff, and they compete at a high level on both ends of the floor, and the defense is just stifling.
Dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you watch any of the prior games, the Oklahoma State and Wisconsin games?
Absolutely. Anytime they're playing, I'm watching. Anytime I'm playing, they're watching. Those are my brothers. I watch them every chance I get.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the hotel screen, ESPN Plus, on my phone, I'm watching and just sharing my views with them like they do with me for my games.
Yeah. Last thing before we let you go, if you had to summarize your first season at K-State, how are you summarizing it? Because that was awesome.
Crazy fate, man. Like Coach Tank says, crazy fate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because the players had the same belief was Coach Tang and being able to do anything that they put their mind to. And they prayed about it a lot, and they put in the work with the prayers, just like Coach Mack does with his program. And it's crazy fate, man. It's been a crazy fun year, and no better way to watch my brothers get another championship at North Texas.
Yep. Well, hopefully next year we'll see you in the front dancing with Coach Tang when y'all are before the game.
I gotta slim down some, man. That's a lot. It's a hard dance. It's a lot of work in that little bit in that minute. It's a lot of work. That's a lot of abs.
I will say some of your best IG lives were before y'all's games in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It was a fun time. You guys know I've been doing this, so it's fun that was able to do it on the stage in the tournament and be seen in different cities,
Yeah, we're not new to it, man. We're not new to it, but well, all right, we'll let you go. We wanted to get your voice on here.
Congratulations to you too, man, because y'all been there from day one. Y'all been around, and y'all stayed the course the whole time in North Texas and showed love. This is y'all championship too, man. So congrats to the both of y'all.
Right,
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
We're gonna get a shirt. We gotta make sure they hold the shirt for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we gotta do.
Right, man. Have a good one.
All right, Reem. We'll talk to you later, man.
See ya.
What a guy.
Wow. All right, let's do our.
All right, 4 minutes before we gotta make our next call.
Oh, he said he's ready to go.
Yeah, he said.
Thought he was on Vegas time.
He said 9 minutes. No, 4 minutes. We're good.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna talk about 4 minutes here.
I
kind of mentioned it, but Aaron Scott, dude.
But
that dude.
Everyone, it's hard to point out one player because we can say Aaron Scott because he had that basically Thomas Bell block last game, and then tonight he went crazy. But you have Tyler Perry running down the wing threes. You have Kai Huntsberry hitting threes. You have just Ruben going off this tournament. Yeah. So I mean, everyone stepped up. I mean, Mulay Sissoko in an impossible situation, doing Ramadan fasting, and then having to start and play 30 minutes a game, like. The team overcame a lot. Tyree eating in his broken hand, apparently.
Yeah.
I had no idea his hand was broken. And he played, probably 12 minutes tonight?
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy.
I mean, it is unreal how, resilient this team is. Like, we've watched a lot of sports and college basketball and, in any sport, really. But really, basketball specifically for us. Like, we've watched a lot of it. It's just, there are those teams that just, refuse to lose.
Almost inevitable.
And it sounds cliche, but there's a lot of teams you watch, it's not that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not. And regardless of the talent level on the team, because it goes back to what we said, it's they're not the most talented team. Jordan Walker, that UAB team was supposed to be a top 25 team.
Yeah.
Talent wise. And for them to be down basically two starters, Abu and Tyree, that's how we're going to phrase this. They were down two starters because they're able to bring started Mulay, like you said, and just gut out wins over Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, and now UAB.
Yeah.
Back to back it's insane.
Especially with the pressure on you, right? This
Yeah.
isn't just a normal season. This is Grant, you're assuming, is gone.
Yeah.
You got the stage and facing UAB again and hoping you don't lose to another tournament. You got Tyler Perry, the Jelly Walker, dynamic there. There was a lot going against them, and like you said, they always seem to win. And you see a lot of teams that have a good record, but they don't look like they match it. This team overcomes, Tyler Size, for example, and he just hits big shots. You got all the injuries. Everyone overcomes everything, and there's no excuses on this team.
I mean, the coaching staff, just from top to bottom, Grant McCaslin, and we'll talk about the whole McCaslin in a bit. But
yeah, we'll do that after we
McCaslin, Ross, B. I Reem named them all, but the work that they've done.
Yeah,
this is not probably, if you went down and ranked the rosters in terms of talent in college basketball, I'm not sure this is a top 100 talent roster.
I agree.
I really don't think so. I love Tyler. I love all these guys, but they were either JUCO, Division II, transfers, so on and so forth. Like Sissoko didn't start playing basketball till he was 16.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Kai didn't play basketball 2 years ago.
What they've done with this roster, and not only instilling their culture, but then also like expanding from it, being able to adapt, play faster in the NIT, lock down when it matters most. I mean,
and that's an interesting one. You just mentioned playing fast in the NIT because we saw all the season they refused to, and then tonight, especially against Wisconsin, okay, you want to run? I guess we'll try it, and they do it like you said. They overcome everything, and it doesn't matter about talent, doesn't matter about anything. So I'm just gonna get to the question: is this the greatest North Texas basketball team?
We gotta call Wren.
Oh,
it's 11:45. We said we're gonna call Wren.
Okay, well, hit him up. Ask him.
Ask him. We'll answer that question though in a bit. Let's do FaceTime audio again. I think that worked well.
You want me to hold it?
Yeah, you can hold it. You were holding it kind of close last time. I was a little worried.
How you doing, Wren?
Good. How are you?
Oh, we're great. You're yelling already?
I mean, I'm ready to go.
We're on cloud 9 right now.
I mean, you couldn't write a story. You couldn't write a storybook with a better end.
Man, we first of all, I'm in Dallas for the women's Final Four, and so we're together. We went to one of the Alumni Association gatherings and watched it with all the fans, and so it was great.
How about that,
man?
That was 2 great games.
Phew, man, just amazing. I can't really describe. We were just talking to Coach Reem earlier, and it's just like this team is just so tough. I mean, it is incredible. I mean, you've seen it year after year, just how tough they are. It's like it doesn't matter what situation they get in, they just find ways to win. And it's like, I mean, you coach basketball. It's like it is not easy to do that. Like it sounds easy, but it's not.
No, and they're always playing their best at the end, and you just look at the development of players over the course of the year. I mean, like Kai. Yeah. I mean, he was just an absolute killer tonight. I mean, he made so many big plays, and if you were there early in the year, like he was struggling, but those guys just do such a great job of developing players individually, and then getting them to play unselfishly and play together. And I mean, they're almost always playing their best ball at the end, and I think that's what every coach strives to do. But it's so much, as you said, so much harder, easier said than done. So,
like, what was it like? Obviously, you handed them the trophy.
Yeah,
Mr. Big Time, chairman of the NIT over there. What was that like for you to give them that trophy? Obviously, after after everything you've been through.
Yeah, it was a blast. Because it's fun always to see kids in that moment, because you know how much they put into it. But obviously knowing all of them and having spent the first part of their season there with them, and the relationship that I have with those coaches and the managers and everybody. I had to appear impartial and dress impartial, but in my heart, I was not impartial. That's for sure. Yeah. And so once it was over, to be able to do that, it's one of the most special moments I've had in my career. Because you just not very often do you get to script one out like that. And athletics is a business that is great and fun and rewarding, because you get to see young people grow and develop, but it's also heartbreaking because you usually lose your last game.
Yep.
And so to be able to do that was really special, and I'm grateful for that opportunity.
Man, I mean, that's just what a moment. Colin was critiquing. He said he wants a crack at redoing the trophy. He wants his own shot at designing the trophy.
Yeah, I thought it could use a little bit of a more extravagant revamp.
Yeah, I hear you. But at the end of the day, you can build a fancy trophy case there, and then you can just put all your money in designing the trophy case.
Fair enough.
NIT championship trophy case,
dude.
So
man, I can't wait to see that banner hang. That's
the
4-year stretch. The 4-year stretch, like obviously, 6 years in total, and the first 2 years were kind of rebuild, but like the 4-year stretch going from 2020 to now. I mean, obviously regular season title, Purdue win, last year regular season title, and then this year NIT win.
That's a stretch.
I can't believe how amazing the stretch was, because that is quite the run, and you were there from the beginning, man.
No doubt. Well, and even the year we won the CBI championship.
Yeah, that's true.
So this group of coaches and those players over the last few years won a CBI championship, a regular season championship. Won
two
tournament championship, won an NIT championship, and won an NCAA tournament game. And almost all of those things have never been done. And so just what a run and what great memories. And there was I'm sure you guys saw a really good contingent of North Texas fans there tonight, probably 2-1 over what UAB had. And to be able to give hugs to Laura Wright, the board chair, a guy like C.Dan Smith, who never misses anything, and just so many people like that, that with tears in their eyes, and it was a special moment, and it's been a special run for sure.
Yeah, well, we'll let you go. Last thing I'll say that, well, I guess I won't say it, but the win over Wisconsin and the win over Oklahoma State, like defensively, I just could not believe. They held Wisconsin without a point for 9 minutes, Wren.
That's incredible.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe what I was watching. But anyways, we'll let.
And Wisconsin, I watched them several times this year because they were on our watch list pretty closely in the NIT committee, and Wisconsin's a battle-tested team. I mean, I think they had 9 Q1 and Q2 wins, and so they had a lot of losses, but man, they had some great wins, and every game they had was close all year long. There was hardly any blowouts one way or the other. So when they got shot the ball like they did, which was highly unusual there early, I thought, man, it's just not our night. And then when they were up double digits and we just couldn't close that, I'll be honest, like I didn't think it looked
good. No, it didn't. It did not.
They don't surrender those kind of leads, but man, North Texas just really locked down, and that's a huge credit to Ross Hodge, who Grant's entrusted with that defense. He does one of the best jobs in the country, and everybody knows that there's been schools that's tried to hire Grant over the years, but I can tell you there's been Power 5 schools that offered Ross considerably more money to go and be on their staff, and he stayed loyal to North Texas too. Awesome. And so he deserves a lot of credit for his role and the success as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we'll let you go. We'll let you out on the Vegas streets at 11 o'clock at night, Mr. NIT and Mr. West Virginia, Wren Baker. Thank you for joining us, man.
I appreciate both of you very much, and just want everybody in North Texas to know that I love and appreciate everybody there. So happy for everybody. Enjoy this, and congratulations.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Wren. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you.
See you, man.
Wow.
What a guy.
Great guy.
What a podcast.
It's not over.
I don't even know. I don't know what to do with my hands anymore. Just let me send some texts out overall.
Well, I guess I'll answer the question for you before we talk to Wren.
Is this the greatest North Texas team ever?
Is it the greatest North Texas team ever? And basically, we're comparing this against the Purdue team. I'm going to say yes.
I think so. I think we are comparing.
I think it's impossible to say no just because of the circumstances in which this team was under. You have everything against you in the in going into the tournament in terms of, Grant rumors. You wanted to go to the championship game. You lost UAB in conference championship. Not only that, you lost out on your regular season conference championship. So there was a lot, you lost a lot of what you're used to.
Yeah.
Then you come out injured. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
OSU's bigger than you. You beat them. Wisconsin goes on a crazy run to start the game, and then you hold them to 9 points, or there's no points in the last 9 minutes.
Yep.
And then UAB, you got to face the elephant in the room, and you do that with just emphatic fashion. Yeah. And Tyler hits a face, and Tyler hits a 3 in the face, or I guess a long 2, in the face of the guy that showed up in the conference tournament against him. So
I think you kind of worded it well. This game felt like it was the rematch that we needed.
Yeah.
This was closure. We talked about it before. It's like if they played Utah Valley in this game and they won, it would have been like, great, this is an awesome win. Like, we'd still be very, very happy. It adds something extra to this game, that fact that it was UAB. If they would have lost, we would have been like, it hurts. Like, it stings. Like, because you lost to UAB. Again, this is someone you're going to the American with next year. Conference rival, all that stuff. The fact that you beat UAB, third time in 4 games, let's not forget, even though they didn't have Jordan for one of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The fact that you did beat UAB, you got over the hump, like you said, the elephant in the room where Jordan Walker just shut you down and basically said your season's over.
Yeah.
In the conference tournament.
And let's not get it twisted. He had a great game tonight too.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great player.
Yeah.
Like, flat out. And they are a great team. Mm-hmm. Like, for my money, again, we were talking about this on the way back. You look at this this NIT run. Alcorn State is Alcorn State. That's what I almost asked Wren, but I didn't want to ask Wren because I don't want to put him on the spot. But I was going to be like, Wren, I just want to say thank you for Alcorn State in the first round and Sam Houston in the second round. Thank you for not putting us with Vanderbilt or whatever else. But I didn't, so I was like, I don't want to put him on the spot. But anyways, still, remove Alcorn. Sam Houston State, top 75 team.
Good team.
All year. Very, very good team. Got hot, won that game. Awesome. Oklahoma State, as we know, bubble team, probably a top 50 team in the
43rd
country.
in the net.
Yeah. Elite. So, then Wisconsin. And like Wren just said, that is a team that comes from the Big Ten, has a lot of really good wins, has lost a lot of close games, which they talked about in the broadcast.
And they had their best player injured as well for most of the season, Tyler Wall.
Yeah, Tyler Wall was out a lot of the year as well. Beat them. Then you go and beat UAB. I mean, that is a stretch of 4 games. Top 75, top 50, top 50, top 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sam Houston was the only one that was home. Let's remember as well, because Oklahoma State was on the road.
Yeah.
And then it was neutral.
And again, always something, again, that was always the elephant in the room is this team never had big wins outside of Purdue.
That's what we talked about.
But in the non-conference, it's always like, why didn't they beat Arkansas this year? Why did they lose by 33 points to St. Mary's this year or whatever it was? You did you proved everybody wrong. It's the complete culmination of what anybody could ever want from a basketball program. And when we were talking to Wren, you named it off, or he named it off, 2 regular season conference championship, tournament championship, NCAA tournament win, and then you have the NIT. Most schools don't get that, and I don't know of any schools that have done that in a 5-year period.
Yeah,
and as CBI is the starter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you think about it, North Texas fans, as a North Texas fan, we're spoiled.
Incredibly spoiled. Like, it is beyond spoiled. I was talking to myself in the, I don't remember which quarter it was, second or third quarter, where UAB looked like it was retaking momentum. I was like, you know what? Even if they lose this game, it's been a great season. Like, we were spoiled, like, all that stuff. Then they go and win the freaking game. Like,
in an insane way.
We take for granted, even though we try our best not to take for granted, we take for granted this team winning games like this.
Yeah.
This team winning games like Wisconsin, like Oklahoma State. Like, there are great teams that would have lost one of these 3 games.
Yeah.
North Texas won all 3 of these games.
Yep.
Like, literally, Purdue lost to a 16 seed. Like, you go down the list of teams that are very, very talented that lose to teams probably worse than what North Texas just beat 3 times. Obviously, they lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, which is whatever. But, like, you get what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
It's like this run, if they did this, like what FAU has done is obviously on another level. Like that Final Four run,
yeah.
Beat Tennessee,
Kansas
State. Like, yeah, that's great. Like, this is a great run in itself. Like, it is approaching that level run for me.
No, I completely agree. And
it's not Final Four, but
Jesus
Christ,
but you're also
look who they've beaten.
But you're also doing it against teams that should exploit the weaknesses that your team has theoretically. OSU was really big. Huge. They somehow out-physicaled OSU. Wisconsin went on a run, and you somehow scored
41 points in the first half.
Yeah, they scored 41 points in the first half. Yep. You keep it close enough, and then you just stop them.
Yeah.
And then against UAB, all of a sudden Tyler Perry's hitting transition 3s, flying into the corner.
Yeah.
And then hitting a 2 in someone's eye. Like that, this team is not that. Like if you describe this year's team, it's slow, they don't score a lot of points. Mm-hmm. And when they have guards that are really good, I mean, we saw it yesterday or 2 days ago with Chucky Hepburn, and then tonight or conference tournament with Jelly Walker. They have trouble with that, and they overcame it all.
What? 2 things. First thing being like we said is that we wanted this team. It's funny. We wanted this team to have like a moment to hold on to.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
We were talking about that 2 weeks ago. Like, damn, it's awesome that they, had this great record, all this stuff, but we have nothing to hold on to from this season.
Yeah.
And that was what really let us down. So we said, you got to beat Oklahoma State. You beat Oklahoma State, you give us something to hold on to. It's great. You're done.
Yeah.
Then they go and win 2 more games and win the NIT.
Yeah.
And can hang a banner. Like, it is ridiculous how impressive what we have just watched is.
Yeah.
I can't be any simpler in what I'm saying.
Well, it's because you couldn't have guessed it at the time when the teams started to go toward a downtrend. When they lost against UAB, they were down 20-2.
Yeah,
and that tournament, like you're like, okay, well, I guess this is the end of the season.
Yeah, and then Abu doesn't play.
Edey's
hurt and all this stuff. You're like, okay, well, surely the wheels will fall off at some point. This staff does not let the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what the score is in the game, they might lose some games, but they don't let wheels fall off of games.
Yeah.
That's been the case since they got here.
Yeah.
They never got blown out, really.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what made the Rice loss this year so jarring. Remember, I told you, it was like they've lost like 5 games all like I don't know what stat was, but it was something ridiculous where they've only lost like 5 games by double digits or something. Like, they don't get blown out.
Yeah.
It's like, and then I text you as well, when Wisconsin was hot, I was like, the only teams that can beat them are teams that get hot in the postseason. Wisconsin, UAB to a degree, Villanova in the NCAA tournament. Like,
very spoiled run of basketball.
Very, very spoiled. I don't want to take it for granted. This is an absolutely unreal stretch of basketball, dude. And the funny thing is, I remember coming into the season being like, this guard trio, if they play the way we think they could play, they can win the conference.
Oh, yeah.
What just won them the NIT?
The guard play.
Tyler Perry, Kai Huntsberry, Reuben Jones, dude.
Yep.
Those dudes are they're just hoopers, man. Tough as they come. Great defensive players. Overcome any shortcomings they have. Aaron Scott is a warrior. Absolute monster.
Another level player, honestly.
Just awesome. Sissoko, like we mentioned, all heart. Banked in a 18-footer.
I forgot about that.
Made me so happy. Like, was it like the perfectly officiated game? No. Like,
obviously by the 2 shot clock violations that counted.
North Texas got a couple of shot clock violations. But at the end of the day, they shut down UAB. UAB gets a line 30-something times.
When I last looked at the end of the game, it was like 31 times.
31 times to North Texas 9. So it's not like UAB wasn't, getting some calls.
Yeah.
Here. It's just unreal. The way that this staff was able to mold this team to, like we said, overcome and just find a way to win, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, like you said, the toughest team.
Toughest team wins.
Toughest team wins. All right. Anything else on this team? This game, this season? Just.
I mean, what a better way to send out Grant?
Yeah. What a better. Yeah, we could start talking about it now. Because we don't have a text back from.
They're celebrating.
Coach.
They're
celebrating. We got 2. We got 2 guests.
Great guess.
Reem and Wren. We can't ask for anything more.
No, I mean, what I say is the last podcast, storybook ending. What a better way! What a better way to end it.
And I think that's what Wren was alluding to as well.
Right. I mean, you build it up from literally basically nothing of a basketball program. CBI, win championships. All the rumors are flying around, and you say, "Listen, guys, one more run."
Yeah. That might be the most impressive thing about this run is doing it with Grant McCasland going to Tech, like it being a done deal.
Oh yeah, because it's a done deal when everyone's tweeting about it. All the official guys, I mean, Jeff Goodman, obviously, and then the second, obviously, the game ends, it's a done deal. Yeah. So they knew. They had to have known. And the fact that you're able to do that, have the will to still want to play, like that just shows the character not only of the coaching staff, but of the players as well. And that to me is the greatest thing ever, is that Grant was able to build up this great culture, and he got the fruits of his labor. Yeah. He got the NIT championship.
Again, like you said, the toughness of this team to not fold
Yeah.
Dude, they were down 11 at Wisconsin. You know how easy it would be to just be like,
pack it in.
Grant's leaving.
Yeah.
Like we're down 2 starters. Grant's leaving. Like let's just go home.
Yeah.
They didn't. Like I want to say like Grant, what he has built here obviously is special. Like it is just an unbelievable run here, and I think what tells me the most about his character beyond what we've seen over the past 6 years. Like we know him. We know what he is about. The fact that he stayed and coached the same team through the NIT is not normal.
No, it's not.
It's not. 75% of coaches would have been gone.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, he genuinely cares.
That's the difference. Like he is on a different level of caring. And every single, coach and stuff always comes off as like very personable for the most part, unless if you're like Jim Boeheim or whatever. But a lot of them come off as really personable guys that he is a different level of person.
Yeah.
And that's what has taken this program to another
because level. He puts his all into it. 100% of him goes into it.
It's just different, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm over here at LSU covering Matt McMahon, who was at Murray State, had a really good run at Murray State, right? Obviously he had John Morant, he had Cameron Payne, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Grant didn't have those guys.
No.
Like this was him.
He started with Roosevelt Smart.
Rose and DJ.
Shout out Roosevelt Smart.
And DJ.
But DJ's played a lot more recently.
And Ryan Woolridge.
Ryan Woolridge.
Like Tope Arikwe, Shane Tamara. Go through that team.
Man, that team's crazy.
That won a CBI.
That team is actually crazy.
That team won a CBI.
Duffy.
Dude. Go down the list, dude. And those are all really good players. But like, my point is that he didn't have a John Morant to fall back on.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, and what he has built at North Texas is him and this coaching staff. Like people he trusts.
Yeah.
People that have not changed very much. Reem left last year. Like he was there for the long haul.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, Ross there for the long haul. B long haul. Like Jared, the manager there for the long haul. It's just like what he is and what this team is. And obviously the hope now moving forward is that doesn't change. And we know Ross. A lot of people don't know Ross nearly as well as Grant because you shouldn't. But I think Ross is cut from the same cloth.
I think so too.
Now, will that guarantee success? I can never guarantee success from a head coaching change. Like I just can't. Like personally, like I think he will do well.
Well, here's the thought. I think it's the best possible hire you could have made.
I think so because this isn't just a 1-year thing.
Right.
That's my whole thing with who did it? Was it Baylor football? I'm just gonna go off a whole different branch.
Okay.
I think it was Baylor football. Correct me if I'm wrong. Baylor football, after Matt Rule left, they hired like an interim and they fell off, and then they hired Dave Aranda to take place. Regardless, I say that because like there have been a lot of situations where it's been like a 1-year thing or a 2-year thing,
right? And
the coach leaves, they hire the person who was the head assistant. This wasn't a 1 or 2 year thing. Like this was 6 years.
Yeah,
and that's why I have confidence.
Not only that, it's 6 years with Ross being heavily involved in how this team plays. I mean, the defense is his.
He was the defense in a lot of ways.
And I mean, he's in the huddle with a clipboard a lot too. It's not just Grant out there because Ross was in there, and he's a great recruiter too. Yep. I mean, it should be the same, ideally, right?
Ideally,
obviously, there's going to be a different. It's not.
There will be the offense will look different.
Yeah, there's going to be
differences.
Players
will be different. Like it will be a different team and different roster. You're not going to change coaches and it be the same. I don't care how similar those coaches are. We'll just have to see if it works. But I mean, like you said, we have been spoiled to this point.
Yeah,
absolutely spoiled, and we will continue to expect this team to be very competitive in the new conference. Let's keep that in mind.
Which I didn't think is probably going to be a lot better than Conference USA was this year.
Yes, I mean you have Memphis alone.
Well, I just didn't think about that Memphis, at first. Like I didn't think FAU was going to be this good. I didn't think Charlotte toward the end.
And Dusty May staying at FAU.
Yeah.
So, it gets real interesting real quick. Like you said, I think this was the right choice to promote Ross. We know Ross. We've seen Ross at practice. We know what he's about. Mm-hmm. He's awesome. Congratulations to him. congratulations to Grant McCasland.
Oh yeah,
because
no one deserves it more,
dude.
He's at a top 10 job in the nation.
Absolutely deserves this this opportunity from the support he'll get, and I think North Texas fans don't have a problem with him leaving. They just want Texas Tech fans to treat him correctly.
Oh yeah,
they want Texas Tech fans to understand what he has done.
Yep, and
what he is, because this isn't just like I said. This isn't a hire of somebody who was good for 2 years or something like that. Like Florida, like I look at like a lot of the SEC was hiring coaches like from New Mexico State, San Francisco, so on and so forth. It's like what he did at North Texas is better than any mid-major coach. Dennis Gates is at Missouri right now, from Cleveland State. It's like what Grant McCasland has done. Grant McCasland has done more than any of the new SEC coaches that I've covered this year. Like that's how good of a candidate he is.
Yeah,
he is unquestionably a good. And he is, I mean, you could argue he's like more proven than a guy like Jerome Tang. Jerome Tang comes fresh off of Scott Drew's bench, obviously where he was the associate coach. But like, there's no more boxes that he can check.
Yeah, this is it.
He
at the peak of what he could have done.
He has done the absolute most.
Yep.
If you're a Texas Tech person watching this, maybe or something, like he is going to fill out his own staff. We assume like he's gonna have to get some recruiters on there, all that stuff. He'll have to compete with the big boys now. But, like, there's nothing more you can ask from a head coach leaving a mid-major.
Yeah.
At this point. Like, so all respect to Grant, man. We love Grant on this podcast. We love Grant and Denton, dude. Just unbelievable guy. Unbelievable run.
Crazy.
It has the joy that he and this staff have brought us over the past 6 years, dude. Think about it.
Well, like no one to anybody, no one watched North Texas basketball. Exactly. No one went to the Collin County UNT Alumni Association's thing in McKinney. No one did that. No one did it in Denton. And then here we are now. They have it in 5 different cities. Watch parties, like people traveling to Las Vegas. I mean, Purdue.
I traveled in here to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, not really, but kind of. But. That's the thing. The way he built hope with his team, he built hope with the fans in terms of the culture and everything. Because he's helping fans be able to dedicate themselves to the team because he's so dedicated to the team. Yeah. And I think that's what showed the most.
Yeah. So it has been a huge part of our life over the last 6 years. Think about it.
Insane. Isn't that weird?
Like, I was a sophomore when he was hired.
Yeah.
And
we were in the GAB doing this podcast.
Since then, we were in the GAB doing this podcast.
I remember one of the titles of one of the podcast names, Dawn of the Duffy.
Dawn of the Duffy. Yep. Yeah. Like, just such a big part of our lives and the joy that we've had watching and covering this team.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. So, thank you to Grant McCasland. Thank you to this North Texas basketball team. Thank you to everybody who was at the alumni event watch party.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Go check out our Twitter if you haven't already to watch Colin just throw his shoulder out, just going crazy.
Yeah, when Tyler hit that long two in Jelly's eye, that was crazy. Man,
what a moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go from a year where we didn't have much to hold on to now we have
everything to hold on to.
Everything.
I have too much.
Too much, really. Carry over to next year. So
yeah,
we'll see how all that goes. We thank y'all for joining us. As always, go Mean Green. What a fun night. Follow us on Twitter if you haven't already. We're up to 150 followers. Getting started.
Massive.
Green Room UNT. Leave us a like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have not already, if you're listening to this on the audio side, check out the Dave Campbell's Republic of Football podcast feed. That's where our last podcast was, which we recorded on Tuesday. What is today? I don't even know what today is.
Today is Thursday.
When I tell you, I have had a long
This man
day.
woke up at 3:30 this morning to get here, so.
What a day. But anyways, yeah, if y'all haven't already, check out the Republic of Football. Follow it. That's where we post our once a week podcast on there. Football. We talked to Reed Smith yesterday.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. 3 days ago at this point.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, check that out. So, yeah, thank y'all for joining us, and we will talk to y'all later.